デッドリープレモニション2、前回の続きやっていきたいと思います。どうぞよろしくお願いします。前回なんか謎のウンガンさんがあったりいろいろあったんですけれどもですね、あとシェフとベルボーイとコンシェルジュは結局同じ人なのっていう、これ呼べんの？結局同じ人なのがよくわかってきた。当館は最高のサービスをお客様に提供すべく努力をしております。そうそう、あと前回ちょっとボイスとか BGM とか全体的にボリュームがでかいかなっていう気がしたんで若干下げました。若干、ね、ちょっと小せえよとかあったらまたコメントとかで言っていただければと。不便な田舎町でございます。買い物するのも一苦労かと。
We decided to provide a modest selection of daily necessities right here at our very own front desk.
日用品の販売も取り扱っております。
Sounds convenient.
なるほど、それは便利そうだ。
Exactly.
Exactly、その通りでございます。買う。本当だ、売ってる。でも自販機とかあったよね、結局。サンオイル。手が日焼けしやすくて意味あんのこれ。寝袋もあるね。粘着クリーナー、汚れが少し回復。なんかいろいろあるんで、いいや。
Serving you is my greatest pleasure, sir.
それはこの上ない幸福でございます。
Please do let me know if there is any other way for me to assist you.
てかこの人蝶ネクタイつけてっけど丸首だからすごい素肌に蝶ネクタイっていう異様なファッションになってるよね。すげえな。じゃあちょっとなんかあそこにハテナの人がそうか。でも今さいたじゃん。今いたのと別にここにいんのこいつ。デイビッド。蝶ネクタイつけてないよ。しかも別人じゃないのやっぱり。
Hey, boss. How can I be of service?
ねえ、何かご用でっつって。デイビッド、ここなかなかいいホテルだ。ポポポーン来たんだけどドラクエか。ありがとうございます。それが当館の自慢でヤンス。なんだ、矢部くんか。なるほど、納得だ。自慢といえば1階のトイレの装飾はもうご覧に。あれは足の仕事でヤンス。まだならぜひともご覧ください。大変でヤンス。シャワーの水圧も自慢の一つでございます。と言うと、ここは南部でございます。皆様はたくさん汗をおかきになるもんで、ですからシャワーの水圧は高めに設定してあるんでございます。それは楽しみだ。今夜にでも試してみる。あれ試さなかったっけ？このお姉さんの格好がちょっと気になるんだけど、いい？こういう服装嫌いじゃないよ。こういう服装嫌いじゃない。本当に。よし、じゃあトイレの模様って何？どれのこと？今ちょっと気にして。トイレってここで1階のトイレって言ってたよね。どれのこと？てかこれどうなってんのこのトイレ。これ大のスペース？これどうなってんの？わかんないですね。はい、わかりませんでした。じゃあ行こう。クラークソンフルデリバリー社が所有する冷凍倉庫で氷点下の場所を探すと、アレクサ先手ストライクを取る。これ必要なんか？本当に必要なんか？ウンガンの状況を満たすの本当に必要なんか？とりあえず街に出てみましょう。ついに街です。レッツゴー街。ついにタバコを吸う時が。
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease.
急に来たね。
You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
すげえまっすぐ来るね。
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Well, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper. Sang Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities at once. By the way, miss, what's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
かわいい。
Tell me, Patricia, does this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
パパなの？
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
結局保安官なんですか？それ警察署なんですかね？基本操作。事件の捜査を行うのはまず行動することです。基本操作を覚えて捜査を円滑に進めましょう。走る R、しゃがむ L 押し、回避銃構え時、近接格闘 ZR、ドルムフィル、ちょっと待って。近接格闘、回避、カメラ移動、しゃがむ走る。回避と走るが一緒なんだが？走る。近接格闘。お、近接格闘。これこれ何？ジェネラルストアじゃん。ストアだよ。これしゃがむ。しゃがむ。しゃがんで走れる。しゃがんで走るだと。で、これはカメラ。で、これどうなってんの？どうすればいいの？こんにちは。呼ぶ。シェリフじゃん。ストアって書いてなかった？あれ？
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about.
Melvin.
I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff round here.
Melvin.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan? But call me York if you can. That's what everyone calls me.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one. Yeah, folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents
そんな
come
み
to
んなに知れ渡
town.
ってる。
Now, I reckon you came from the city.
言い
What
方が
was it?
田舎っぽい。
DC,
あん
LA,
た都会から
or
来
New
たんだろ？
York. Anywho, in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard, and no one would bat an eye.
いや、さすがに死体を庭で燃やしてたらちょっと。
Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited him a few times, so I know what it's like. All pigs must die in the city of wolves. Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you'd... Hey!
確かにこの人はダメそうだ。
I know, CLG. I'm
CLG っ
just
て
trying to
何？
make a little small talk, that's all.
CLG とは？
Round these parts, everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
なるほど。
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type. A clear indication of just how peaceful this town is. Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson case.
I knew you were here for that case. Can't
いや
put one
来てから
past
事
the
件起きたやろ
FBI.
待て待て
So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh? Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
確かに本当にこの人はダメだと思う本当に
The Lise Clarkson case is connected to a top-secret case that we've...
I know. If you're fixing to take the lead,
早っ
then go right ahead.
話早っ
I'm just the humble sheriff of a tiny little town. My jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full cooperation, Mr. Special Agent, sir.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon.
何試したかったんだよ
Melvin, there's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah.
娘の方が優秀じゃね
That's what I call a special agent. You already figured that much out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much. You know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
取れるのか
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours, so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances. So be on time. Got it? Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York.
スリー
I'll
プかか
see
った
you at the warehouse.
なるほど明らかに娘が優秀これだけは分かりましたねさあこの人たちはどういう風に事件に関わってくるんですかねスケボーの基本操作ルカーレでの主要な移動方法はスケボーになりますスケボーの乗り降りは Y ボタン加速が A で減速が B Y ボタンプッシュプッシュブレーキこれで本当にこれで移動すんの南っつってましたなんか 100% って書いたんだけど
Hey, you.
ねえあなた
You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are
どういう
you?
疑惑かかってんだよちょっと待って子供をバラバラにどういうこと
Or
それとも
using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
なんで必ず子供関連の犯罪なの
I've arrested people who've done both, but
どちらも
I've
捕ま
never
えたことある
engaged
が
in either of those
私は
activities
そんなことし
myself.
ない
Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more
犯罪者
about
心理
the
を知るためにそういうこと
psychology
を
of the
想像してみた
criminals
こと
I
ある
deal with.
なるほど
It was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious?
ジョークだったの
And don't tell me what you imagine,
あはい絶対グロいか
or
らね
else I'll get scared of you for real.
そうだね
Hey, can I come with you?
はいなんかちょっとそうじゃないかなって思ってました
You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
パパのことも心配なんだよ
Do
ね
whatever you like. This is America, land of the free.
自由の国アメリカ
But I
で
have one condition.
一つだけ条件
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach.
ザックについては聞かないでくれ。なるほど。
It's a private matter.
プライベートなことなんでね。
Zach,
Okay.
it feels like she's carrying something with
どう
her.
やら彼女は事情を抱えているようだ。
Kind of reminds me of you back when we first
出
met.
会った頃の君にも似ているな。
Can't leave her
放って
alone
お
like
けな
this.
い。
You feel the same way, don't
君
you?
もそう思ってるんだろ。この頃はそうヨークがね主人格っていうか表に出てますからね。インジケーターはプレイヤーの行きたい場所の方向と距離を簡易的に示してくれます。アイコンは書きになります。メインクエストが赤びっくり、カスタムマーカー、まあ多分マップに自分でつけるのかなが黄色のチェック。ちょっと待って、カスタムミッションの両方メインなの？12先行った方がいい？行くよ。よし。あの子どうなってんの？それ。
Melvin called you a strange name. CLG, I think. What exactly does that
気に
mean?
なってた。
Clever lip.
クレバーリトルガール。乗ってる時だけ。この子走ってついてきてんの？ちょっと待って、なんかいろいろあるのかな？これセーブか？セーブですか？これはセーブですね。セーブはまだいいです。これ何？話がいたりはできない。なんかいろんな建物があるけど、これホテルだよね、まだ。これはカーサパンやっぱそうだね。ちょっと待って。あいつって言ってた。パトリシアと話せるよね。話せた。
By the way, Patty,
どこで
what
パー
do
ティ
you
ー？
usually do
いや
when
家
you're
で
at
は
home?
何をしているん
Is
だい？
this an interrogation?
尋問？
Oh, no. I just figured that since we're working together now, it'd be a good idea to learn a little more about you.
Should an adult male like you really be asking a little girl this kind of question? Feel like I heard a story about this sort of thing on the news once.
そうね。
There's a time and a place for
さあ、場合による。
everything. You know exactly who I am.
私に向
And
かっ
I've
て
also
きて
introduced myself to
君
your
はちゃんと話を
father.
した。
Besides, you're the one who said you wanted to come with
私と同行して言い出した
me.
のは君の
I
方
was just kidding, jeez. You're an FBI special agent. Why would I ever need to worry?
You shouldn't automatically
FBI
trust someone
捜査官だ
just
からって
because they're an
信じていいと
FBI
は限らない。
special
そう
agent.
ね。
One's profession and
職業
one's
と実感は
personality
全
are
く別のも
completely
のだから
separate
ね。
things.
例えるな。
For
例えなくていい。
example, one special agent may fall
やめろ。
spiritually in love with a genius criminal who enjoys the taste of human flesh.
That's Hannibal. You pulled that straight out of a
急
movie.
にハンニバル来
Just
たね。
because it's a film doesn't mean it isn't deeply rooted in
そうね、映画だからとい
reality.
って
You can't
現実離
judge
れしてると
people
は言わない。
solely based on where they work or how they look. You need to think hard and decide things for yourself.
Fine.
はい。まあ、こういう会話が小粋に楽しめますよってことですね。で、なんか建物がちょいちょいあるけど、これは寄ってみた方がいいのかな。それマップ埋まっていくんですかね。で、前回もちょこっと言いましたけど、まあ、今でこそこのマップ移動とかやってますけれども、まあ、しばらくしたらっていうか、次回以降ぐらいは、まあ、移動にね、あんま意味ない、なんもない時間帯は基本的にカットしていくんでよろしくです。で、一旦セーブしておきましょう。と思ったら、レストランアレクサス消化入った。
Patty, is something wrong?
何か問題でも？
I got something to say.
なんだ？
When I first met you in the hotel parking lot,
サン
you
ルージ
mentioned
ュ。
Saint Rouge, right?
来たね。
If you want to find it, maybe you should track down Professor R.
プロフェッサー R。もしかしてこれプロフェッサールージュですか？
Professor R.
Yeah. Professor R owns the jazz bar on the other
Jazz
side of the
bar.
bayou.
How do you know that?
Because
なんだ、訳ありかこの子も。
Because, huh?
なるほど、い
Interesting.
ろいろなんだね。そうみたいな。アレクサスをアンロックしました。オールスネストをアンロックしました。ちょっと待って、セーブしようと思ったんで、離れたところに。セーブします。はい、セーブしました。じゃあちょっと、ボーリングやんのかな？ボーリングやっていこうか、今回は。さあ、どうなっここ自体は普通になんかあれですね、これ調べるちょっと待って、これなんだい？セール調べる、日焼けしたお客様には割引中。ああ、そういうのあんのか。それでなんか日焼けとかあるってこと？そういうこと？まあいいや、ちょっと行ってみましょう。
10 maidens, Zach.
10人の乙女たちザッ
Let's
ク。
topple their hourglass
美し
figures
き
and
俺の
complete this
倒して
oracle once
もう
and
信
for
託を
all.
全うしようじゃないか。
Oh, my lord. I don't believe I've seen you around here before.
アレクサス・ジャワラ。
Sorry, honey, but you can't smoke in here. Since you're with Patricia, I'm guessing you're some friend of Melvin's.
はい。
He's Agent York from the FBI. This is Alexis,
いや、
the
ジャ
owner
ワ
of
ラっ
this
ていう名
restaurant.
字の方に
I'm
突っ込
helping
み
out
入れた
Agent
い。
York in his investigation. We signed a contract.
Oh, my lord. Well, ain't that something?
おや、まあすごいじゃないか、アレクサス・ジャワラ。ジャワラってホテルのね。
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. Everyone's always called me that.
Oh, my lord. Well, that's got to be the strangest introduction I've ever heard.
へんてこな挨拶。
No wonder everyone in town's been talking about you.
何その笑い。
I want a chocolate sundae, but no cherries. I want 2 wafers instead. Don't put too many Rice Krispies on it. Oh, but don't scrimp on the chocolate syrup either.
Oh, my
具体的。
lord. And what'll it be for you, honey?
コーヒーを。
Alexis, are these photos of the town?
Oh, you like my pictures? My hobby's
そうそう、
collecting
気にしてくれるのかい？
snapshots of what a town used to be like.
なる
So
ほど。
whenever someone gives me an old picture, I just put it up here on display. Our world these days feels a bit cold to me, you know? Just thought it'd be nice to help folks remember what it was like in the good old days.
Zach, did you hear that? The good old
古き良き時
days.
代。
Even in a remote town that's already far behind the times, there are still people
おい、
who
失礼なこと
yearn
言う
for
な。
the past.
ものすごい失礼
She
なこと
told
言
me
うな。
what was going on, you know.
What?
Lise, you don't need to try and hide it from me, honey. Last time she came here, she told me all about it. Some odd fella was following her around, stalking her like.
What kind of fellow?
She said he had a really tall shadow,
How tall?
as tall as an oak tree.
でかすぎじゃね？
Did that ring any bells for you?
Sadly, it didn't. I know just about everyone in this here town, but I ain't never seen a man who stands that tall.
まあさすがに歌詞の木はちょっ
Maybe
と。
it really was an oak tree, and she just mistook it for someone.
それは見間違いすぎ。
Sometimes the silhouettes of them trees, with lots of Spanish moss hanging down, make me feel a little funny too.
I don't think so, Alexis. Lise said the shadow was following her, correct? That means she must have been stalked by a man as tall as an oak tree. If she had only mistaken an oak tree for a person, she wouldn't have described it that way. She might have said,
It felt like a crowd of people was staring at me.
yes, exactly. She certainly wouldn't have talked about being followed by someone. Thank you, Patty. Zach, this data is all very intriguing.
これは
But it
答えじゃ
isn't the
ない。
answer we're looking for. We came to knock down the 10 maidens,
そうね、
remember?
10人の乙女倒しに来たね。
Yeah!
よしよし、ミセス・カーペンターがずっとボーリングやってる。取ったどー。
Truly mesmerizing, Zach.
これだから田
This
舎
is why I never
田舎
tire
町の
of
捜査
small
やめ
town
られない。
investigations.
なる
Same
ほど。
goes for you, right?
これ自分でやるんですか？ちょっと。あ、そういう感じですか。じゃあちょっとですね、街に出て移動方法とか身につけつつですね、ここまで来ましたよっていうところで、今回はこの辺りで中断して、次回じゃあちょっとボーリングにチャレンジしてやろうかと思いますね。これ自分でちゃんとやるのかな？それともなんか、イベント的に進むのかな？まあ、ちょっとわかりませんけれども。じゃあ次回はボーリングで、10人の乙女をなぎ倒すところからスタートしたいと思いますね。はい、というわけで、今回もありがとうございました。まあまたね、見てやってもいいぞっていう方は、次回とかね、他のタイトルの動画でお会いしましょう。お疲れ様でした。